Recently, I made a video about how to make a buttload of rubles early wipe, and some people got a little upset and said my title was clickbait. Now, this really just boils down to your own definition of early wipe, but it did get me thinking. A lot of people probably clicked on that video expecting something that explains how to make money on day one of wipe, or even the first week of wipe. I've made videos about this topic in the past, but I figured I would go ahead and make another one showing you guys the absolute best strategy to make boatloads of rubles as early as day one of wipe. Now, I don't want to make this video super complicated or super long, so I'm going to explain it very quickly, get you guys the info you need, and then show you a raid or two that gives you a good idea of what to expect. I've already made a video about this exact strategy in the past, and some of you might have already guessed, but this is a money run. Now, it's not just a simple money run, it's the best money run hands down. I used this run within the first week of last wipe and realized how overpowered it is very quickly. You see, early wipe people want barter items off of the flea market in order to start building up their hideouts so they can craft items that they need for quests or just in general. All we're doing here is capitalizing on the fact that these barter items are heavily inflated in price early on in the wipe. In order to capitalize on this, our goal is to simply hoard as many of these barter items as we can and sell them for a ridiculous price on the flea. And that begs the question, what is the most efficient way to get our hands on a lot of these items? And the answer is very simple: Shoreline. Last wipe, they gave Shoreline an expansion which introduced a new area on the map that I personally call the farm. What makes this place so perfect for a money run is the insane amount of items that you can pull out of a single raid in such a short amount of time. If you spawn on the east side of the map, you can make your way to this location and extract through the car very easily in less than 15 minutes. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, what happens when I don't get so lucky and spawn on the west side of the map? By the time I run all the way over there, it's probably going to be looted already. Don't worry, I've got you covered. If you spawn in on the west side of the map, you're literally going to do the exact same strategy, but you're going to be doing it with the village instead of the farm. Spawn in, loot the village, and extract path to lighthouse. Again, easily done in less than 15 minutes. Now, don't worry, I'm going to show you guys both runs so you know exactly what places you need to be looting at each location. So let's not waste any more time, and we're going to jump straight into the farm run first, and then I'll show you guys the village after. All right, so we're loading into a Shoreline raid. Please keep in mind that this is a live raid. I want to show you guys what it's actually going to be like. Also, another thing to note, I am filming this video before wipe, so by the time you see this, the wipe has already happened on August 20th. Very important thing to point out here is that currently there is a pre-wipe event going on in this video that I'm filming right now that makes loot inflated a bit. So you're going to be seeing a lot more loot than you can expect when you try this out for yourself. But the good thing about this is with the inflated loot, you guys are going to be seeing basically all of the items that you can pull from here, and it's going to give you a good idea of what to expect. Just wanted to get that disclaimer in there real quick, and hopefully you guys understand. Also, as far as what kit you need to bring whatever you want. Just make sure you bring something that has a ton of space. The goal here is money run. The goal here is loot. So bring the biggest bag you have, the biggest rig you have, whatever you got to do to take the most amount of items out of raid, just bring that stuff. All right, so we spawned over on the east side of the map down by the terminal. So we're going to make our way over to the farm and we'll show you guys what that run looks like. Hopefully I don't get smoked on the way there. That would be sick. The downsides of doing this in a live raid, if I die, I have to completely restart. Man. Scout. All right, so 9 times out of 10, you're going to be coming up here from this angle. So I'm going to have another map that kind of shows you guys the route that I take through here so you can reference that as you watch me go through it. But we're going to kind of do this as a speed run just so we can get through it a little bit quicker. Oh, also another thing, this overseer office key has a spawn here 100% of the time. There are, I believe, 4 or 5 spawn locations. So if you see that, that's another good room that you can go hit on customs if you want to do that. So these 2 big buildings are going to be the main attractions here. That's where you're going to find all of the good stuff. With this run, I would say don't leave immediately as soon as you fill up your inventory. I would say at minimum, go through at least both buildings before you leave. You can always substitute out bad loot for other good loot. All right, so that's everything we're gonna loot here. Now we're gonna make our way over to the car. Hopefully you brought money with you so you can leave. And then once we're out, we're gonna check our timer and see how long this raid took. Also, quick note before you take the car and leave, there's a lot of stuff you can loot around here. So if for whatever reason your inventory is not full, you could come in here, check for some stuff in here. You can go up there. There's a lot of loose loot spawning around down here. We got keg tape right there, matches, a wrench, nails, screws, and then you've also got some stuff that spawns in here as well as a toolbox. And then sometimes you've got a toolbox right here, some loose loot on the ground. We've got a sewing kit, keg tape, and then you've got a suitcase there as well. But I'm already full, so we're just gonna get out of here. Make sure there's no extract campers and leave the raid. All right, there we go, in and out, 12 minutes 34 seconds. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into our stash, drop all the loot. I'll give you guys an overview and then we will go from there. All right, so we spawned on the village side. We're going to be going through this. Unfortunately, it is absolutely pissing rain, so I'm sorry about that in advance. I will try to take the volume down as much as I can, but I'm going to go through and show you guys what to be looting. So I will have a map kind of up in the corner or something like that that shows you my full route if you want to check that out. But essentially, we're going to run through this very quickly, and I'm going to show you guys kind of in time-lapse fashion what you need to be checking and what you need to be looting. So I'm going to try not to talk too much and just get through this as quickly as we possibly can. Just pay attention to the areas that I'm going, pay attention to the little map, and you guys will see where you need to go. Make sure you guys are hitting every single toolbox, every single duffel bag, every single jacket. Early wipe, the key here is quantity, not quality. The faster you pick up items, the faster you can get out of raid and start selling stuff. What right here? Is that a player scav? Oh, it's a normal scav. Oh yeah, I forgot there's an event going on where they have raider gear. That's funny. All right, anyways, ignore that. Once you finish this side of the village, we're gonna run over to the other side across the road. Now, I would assume by this point, early on in the wipe, you guys aren't gonna have raid bags. You're gonna have much smaller backpacks than I do. I'm telling you, once you fill up, leave immediately, dump everything into your stash, and rinse repeat. The key here is getting a ton of items and selling in bulk so you can make the most amount of money possible while you're in your raids. As soon as you fill up, leave the raid. I promise you that is the best strategy. Okay, good. He's got a crack. I forgot about this event. They're kind of making my life a little difficult here. Oh, crack, we're almost done. Coming to the end of the route here. This is one of the last couple of buildings. This building usually has a lot of duffel bags. Oh my god, bro. He's got a crack, dude. Probably fooling everybody. I love trying to get the other free weapon. Yeah, ignore the raider scavs. Anyways, we're gonna finish this run here. This is gonna be the last building. Usually some good med stuff in here. And we got nothing this time. Alright. Okay, so once you are full, you're gonna start making your way to Path to Lighthouse. We're gonna run straight there, and then we're gonna take a look at the timer and see how long this raid took us. Dude, delay after delay after delay. Holy smokes. Now we got a player shooting at us. We're just gonna get out of here. I probably should anchor. Let's. Okay, we had a lot of delays there. I would say between like the event cracked out scavs and that player shooting at us, we probably lost about 2 minutes. But as you guys can see, we basically filled up our inventory. If this was early wipe and we had a smaller bag, we would have filled it up way sooner, and we were still able to get out in less than 12.5 minutes. So that is absolutely huge. All right, so there we have it. This is everything we got in 2 runs that took about 25 minutes in total. And I would say that this is easily somewhere between 2 and 4 mil worth of loot early wipe, which is huge for less than half an hour of your time. A lot of these items are insanely expensive, like hoses go for around 100k early wipe. So as you can see right there, we've got like 500k worth of hoses alone. So we have a lot of stuff here early wipe that is worth a ton of money. If you're watching this after the wipe has already happened, feel free to kind of calculate this and leave a comment down below. I have no idea what all of this is worth right now because the flea market is closed and prices are a little bit different. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you guys learned something. This strategy is super powerful for making money early wipe, and I hope a lot of you guys try it out and make a ton of rubles. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.